Hello everybody, welcome to another live stream with Mint Markets. Today's Wednesday. I'm a little bit late today. Sorry for that, had some personal issues, but we are still in the silver bullet window. I'm sure we can still find or outline something today. So let me check real quick if we are in fact live and if everything is muted, so that I don't get any feedback here. And looks good so far. And at the very beginning, let me also remind you that all being said and shown here is my personal opinion. It's no trade or investment advice. Please do not risk real money on anything being said or shown or any trade I take live in front of you. So with that being said, hello everybody again. And looks like everything is working so far. And let me start right into the charts. And as you can see, today we have Wednesday, and at 2 p.m. New York time, we have FOMC. So we expect some volatility today. FOMC press conference at 2:30. So we expect some kind of volatility today. So I'm not expecting, I would not be expecting too much from the market. In this AM session will probably be a little bit slower, and we might see some consolidation, and we probably see sentiment building up today before the news driver. So they probably let everybody make up their opinion and position themselves ahead of FOMC before they inject the volatility, the real volatility. Let's start with the daily chart, and also I switched to the December contract here, ESZ 2024, and we have taken out buy side liquidity yesterday, have retraced since. However, I'm not sure if we are totally done, so it doesn't mean I'm super bearish now, because, and I will let you know why, because we have still unfinished business in the NQ here. So we have still potential buy side liquidity target here. We can see a fair value gap here in the daily NQ chart. And so far, the fair value gap is respected by the bodies of the candles. So we might see some run up today into the 19, what's the high here? 19.25 level. So, and since I have a potential bullish target here, I'd expect some further upside potential for the S&P as well. Hello Abdul. Yeah, I'm finally here. Glad to see you again. Glad you're back as well. Today I'm a little bit late, sorry for that. I had some personal issues, I couldn't make it in front of the charts earlier. But we'll make the best out of the session and what's left of the session. So on my higher time frame bias, I think we could still see an up move today. With that being said, let's go to the intraday charts and the intraday bias today. And we can see yesterday I tweeted on the community tab, I want to see 5707.5. We got that in fact hit at 10 p.m. New York time, which was the midpoint fair value gap here. The HAP 1212. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Welcome back. Nice to have both of you. And yeah, since so the posting from the community tab got reached. The reason again behind was midpoint of this range here wanted to see. So 50% level here, also a fair value gap on the 15-minute time frame, and we basically got that after we found some support here in this new weak opening gap here. So these levels are not longer important to me at the very moment. So I'll jump right into today's data. We will do the analysis together today, basically. Nothing pre-annotated so far. So you can actually follow me doing my routine, my daily, and my annotations. So I'm marking the New York midnight opening price here, which is exactly here. I'm drawing that out until 4 p.m. New York time. So we can see that we are below the midnight opening price here. And so we are technically in a discount right now. We are also right at this yellow line is yesterday's new day opening gap. So we are right at yesterday's new day opening gap. And the green areas are old daily highs and low, which are very sensitive for setups, reversals, and targets. And the second area I want to annotate is the 8:30 opening price today, which is here. 8:30 pre-market opening price today. And so we can see we are in a discount relative to today's opening price. We can also see that clearly on the daily chart. We're a little bit red as of today. And we have also touched on the daily chart, we have touched basically the first quarter of this week. And so far we're retracing lower a little bit, which I think is okay, because I'd kind of expect a run higher today at some point, coupled with FOMC or after. That's what I'm expecting as a higher time frame draw. For today's session, I want to outline the new day opening range gap, sorry. So we have yesterday's close here, and we have today's opening here. And let's see how much this is. Very narrow opening range gap, very tight. So basically we opened not far away where we closed yesterday. And let me see. So we have liquidity. So for the bias and setups today, so we have opened basically, we have opened here a little bit higher. We have traded through the gap, traded back into the gap, failed to make the midpoint. That's indication that it's weak, and had like resistance here and made its way lower and to this old new day opening gap. sell side taken for NQ, now looking for market straight shift and some PD raise to enter. Are you looking for a long Abdul? I guess. If I understand you right, you're looking for a long? Let's check out NQ. We have, in fact, sell side liquidity taken here. 15-minute sell side. So you entered on a long at 10 and got stopped out. All right. So now, yeah, we actually do have a stop run here. We have further liquidity here, and we have liquidity to the upside. So let's see. Market structure shift so far. We have a little 1-minute market structure shift so far in the NQ. And nothing really, yeah, a very small little market structure shift in the S&P as well. And we have relatively equal highs here. Yeah, it might want to, so buy side liquidity for the S&P is here. Low resistance liquidity run here. We have taken out the sell side, the buy side here already. My screen is zoomed in. All right, let me check that real quick. Okay. Oh yeah. You're right. Let me check how I can fix this. That's a little bit stupid to fix that here live probably. And it actually shows me. To be honest, I'm not sure how I should fix this now during the stream without messing the stream completely up. All right, I think I have to fix it later. Can't do this now without messing everything completely up, but I will try to keep everything in a window that is visible here. It's a little bit zoomed in. I will try to manage it like this until the end of the stream and then change my settings at the end. I'm afraid I can't do it now properly. But thanks for the feedback, Abdul. We will be able to manage it like this. So what else do I want to do? We have buy side liquidity here, minor buy side liquidity here, and we have minor sell side liquidity here. you are in longs again for NQ. Let me check that. All right, I can see. Yeah, I can see where you entered in. Most likely, it's probably. I will try to get it in the screen so now you can see it, I think. All right, so I can see we have a market structure shift here, and let me check, and we have taken out sell side, and I guess you're aiming for the buy side here. So we do have a fair value gap here, which is a low, high, lower, low, and a market structure shift, retracement into the fair value gap. So we want, ideally, we want to see this fair value gap being supportive, and we have a second only one contract on. All right, that is fine. So we have a second fair value gap here. We have a volume imbalance here, but ideally we want to see this fair value gap being support here, the midpoint. The bodies should not close below this midpoint here. And I don't know, maybe you want to share where your stop is, Abdul. For me, I don't see a trade in the S&P at the very moment. It has taken out sell side liquidity. We are at this new day opening gap here. We have a bullish order block as well here. We have further buy side liquidity here down below, and we have sell side below here, buy side liquidity above here. And I want to leave Nasdaq alone here. I will focus on S&P right now. Stop is just below that first fair value gap after sell side liquidity. All right. The first fair value gap after sell side liquidity should be here if I'm correct. So like, I guess you mean like here, which is like 20, 30, which is like approximately 30 handles in the Nasdaq. Yeah, and it should be safe around here if that's where you have your stop. If you're right, as of course, if the trade is good, the stop should be here. Should be safe here, of course. That is not ideal in my opinion. It would be better if it would have held ground here, but we will see. We have a second fair value gap here, so it sometimes can go to a little bit further down here. With the S&P, the S&P. Let's see if there's any kind of long huge trades are the most risky ones. I'm not sure if that's accurate. Sometimes you have huge trades and you have really small risk. Really depends on the setup and where you get in, I think. But also I don't think we should expect huge trades today. Since we have FOMC in the afternoon, I would be very nimble today. I would target old highs, old lows, and I would not be holding. I would not expect a full swing day trade today. Just my opinion. I think I would be more scalping today and take profits a little bit more earlier today. We have actually what I really like. We have relatively equal. I mean, look at this. This is very equal highs here. So I think at some point this might be a draw on liquidity. And let's see if we find some further support here. Gotta grab the fear and place a real stop and just relax. Yeah, of course. You should always place a real stop loss, in my opinion, and just try to grind through and try to relax and just stick to your model. And if the trade is in fact valid, just trust your model and trust your stop loss. We have a fair value gap here. So far we have a reaction here. Actually was thinking about to enter here. It's a little bit too far away already for my liking. So I could see drawn liquidity here on the upside, which is about 10 handles, which is not too bad. We have a potential inversion fair value gap here. I will not take on big risks today, I think. But I'm more inclined to take a long here. Let's actually check out the opening range. I want to know where the opening range is. It's actually here. $9.50, $9.10. So actually the opening range is $9.30. It's actually here, $9.30 to here. Let's check out the Nasdaq real quick. Stop loss to break even, nice. Yeah, I think that's good. We had some movement higher here. And That fair value gap here would have been a nice long setup here. Missed that, unfortunately. We have a lot of sell side here, a buy side here. Oh my god, what's wrong with me today? I cannot, I'm always saying buy side, confusing buy side and sell side today. So where is the next buy side? We saw buy side taken here, so I want to see if we see some strength here. Next buy side is here, and eventually I think this is a interesting drawn liquidity here. Let's put the flag up here. Best fair value gap entry would have been here for 12 handles. Missed that. I have to let go. Cannot chase price here. It is what it is. It is what it is. Market structure shift we have now here. I want to see now if we can maintain some strength here, and or if we just have a stop run here and try to go lower. We have sell side liquidity here, buy side liquidity here and here. So let's see. I think we can see some retracement going lower after taking out the high, but we'll see how it behaves here. So nice, the Nasdaq is actually moving nice. So we went into the second fair value gap here with a wick. Bodies respected kind of the fair value gap here, and we took out some buy side liquidity here. If one entered here at 30 handles, 30, almost 40. Very nice. And yeah, it should ideally not come back to the stop loss here. Let's see what the S&P is doing at that point. I'm kind of expecting a retracement lower here. I don't think we get a straight shot up here, my personal opinion. Wouldn't surprise me if we come back down deeper into this range here. So far, it is staying strong. Not really a place to enter for me. There is a little fair value gap here. Very small one actually. Not even Is there actually one? Oh, actually there isn't. It is no fair value gap here. Right, let's see if we can hold ground here. Wouldn't surprise me if we come down deeper into here. We have a 3-minute fair value gap here. We have it's a 2-minute as well, and the even lower one. And we've taken out here liquidity here and liquidity here. There's higher liquidity here. But I think we could come back down into here somewhere before maybe going higher. And I think at some point we will take out this buy side liquidity here. But doesn't need to do it in a straight shot here. I wanted this fair value gap here for a long. Did not really give it to me. Damn it. Just tapped the high, didn't really trade into it. Would have probably entered along here. All right, I will buy it here. I will buy it here and I will put my stop here below this fair value gaps candle, and I want to see if we have the strength at some point to take out this relatively equal highs here, or if it wants to go lower. So far not ideal. Fair value gap here. Doesn't look really good. Doesn't look good so far, and that's the problem. On these days it runs highs and lows, and let's see if it wants to upset liquidity on the sell side again, or if it's able to reject here and go higher eventually. Let's see. So far it's at least good that it's not closing, that it's kind of respecting the fair value gap here, the lower one. Let's see if it further respects the discount areas here. Nice, so you closed in profit, Abdul. Glad for you, congrats. Nice little small profit would have been a buy side. Might take profit, can take per Overclosed today in a small profit, lost 15, made 31, still good on a funded account. Yeah, nice. Nice. A profitable day overall. That's good. So congrats to you. Nice little trade in a not easy market environment today, I think. So hard conditions, still made profit, so that's good. Probably not the best idea to push it real hard today, but yeah, 15 handles on a funded account, that's good. Nothing wrong with that. Profit is profit. And let's see if my trade is willing to unfold as well. Not the ideal conditions. The reaction so far is okay, but I want to respect this fair value gap at least. The reaction here is not ideal. Traded back into the fair value gap, the lower one a second time. Let's see if it can ultimately reject it and go higher. But it's not ideal for trading today. It's very, I think it's pretty hard and you gotta be careful. 950, 10 times the time market can either blow you or kick you out of 910 to 1010 with the time market can either blow you or kick you out of game. Yeah, true. There can be a lot of volatility in the macro times. It can start moving, so either you're wrong or you're right. Either you make some nice profit or you don't. Let me see. Trade so far looks okay. We have relatively equal highs here. We took out the low here. Let's see if it wants to go higher. As a draw to the upside, we have the relatively equal highs here, in my opinion. And we do have the opening range gap here. But it's probably really not ideal today. So let's see. I will stick with it for now. And we are in the 1050 to 1110 macro window. So let's see what it wants to do there. Yeah, that's definitely a very good time window in my opinion. A lot of volatility. So if you can have perfect entries and can trade super precise, that's for sure a good time up to, if you can do that. All right, so far that's not good. That's not good for my stop. That doesn't look very good. Thinking if I shall close it, that's not the reaction I want to see. So let's see if I so let me think if I want to close the trade here. probably going to stop me out here if it continues dropping. Not a ideal reaction. Let me see where it closes here. If it closes below, I will close the trade, and if it closes higher, I will stick to it. Entry was here, target is potentially here, stop is below here. So let me see if we find some support here. Thinking about closing the trade with a small little loss here. I knew it's not very high probability anyways today. I know it is hard today. Still wanted to try something, but I'm not really comfortable with this trade at the minute. And I knew that there's a likelihood that it goes lower after taking out the buy side liquidity. I took basically a retracement entry, but so far it's not really good. It shows me signs of seek and destroy profile. And so far we still see support here, which is the last line of support here. So far it looks like it supports. We find some support here. That's why I'm still waiting, but I feel like I want to get out of this trade, to be honest. I closed and flip a coin, buy and sell, yeah. With sound money management, that probably works. I think ICT introduced a very nice, very cool model as well yesterday, with like taking the first fair value gap of the day. I haven't annotated it yet, right? I want to close, we're now break even, I will close the position. Okay. So I have closed the trade now. I believe it should have been break even. I'm not comfortable with, yeah. Closed it break even. So it might still go up, but I'm not very comfortable holding that trade. It probably goes up there at some point. We can keep this level here in mind, but yeah, it probably will take a lot of time to go up there and probably have a lot of retracements. So I'm kind of, it's okay to be out. Break even, in my opinion. And the model I really liked, like he introduced, was it's very mechanical. So he takes the first fair value gap after 9:30, which is probably this little one here at 9:40. So I think it would be that one here. And he wants to see if it has not traded to, if you have a large opening gap. Once price trades into the first fair value gap, you target the midpoint of the opening range gap. In this case, it's not, the setup is not valid. It trades into this open first fair value gap. It fails to touch the midpoint, but it's already going through the midpoint here. So in my opinion, that's not valid, but I like the setup. It's very, very mechanical. Like if you, for example, NQ set, if we watch yesterday's price action, there it is. There it is. So we have a big, large opening range gap here. Here is the midpoint. We had a liquidity run, market structure shift, first fair value gap after 9:30, trades into that 2022 model. Entry can be here, and then the bias or target is the midpoint of the opening range gap for 65 handles, and that doesn't happen every day, but a really nice model in my opinion. I really like it. It's basically a bread and butter setup. Not very often, maybe once a week or something, but very clear rules. All right, so far we have a potential inversion fair value gap here, traded through, back up. We could find support here going higher. Let's see. A little bit consolidation and time distortion here, but I think still higher prices are likely at some point, maybe later at FOMC or at the relative equal highs here. Nothing really I want to take, another trade I want to take. I think I'm glad with my break-even close here. Could have made some money if I held on to it, but I'm not comfortable in this consolidation here. We can see high, low. So far we're basically in the range still from this high to this low here. So we're still not, we have not broken out of the range. This is very smooth here. I would expect that to be rated. Today at some point we can watch that. But yeah, I'm not sure if I want to sit in this trade and worry. Actually, what I wanted to annotate is the new day opening gap today. Haven't done that so far. So we have Tuesdays. Not a big gap here, closed here yesterday, opened here on Tuesday, so we have a small little gap here, very small. I will still outline it here. That is our new day opening gap for today. Yesterday's close, today's opening, or basically. So, and we can see that's our first presentation fair value gap. I'll keep that on as well. I'm I keep that on for the whole day. Have taken out the high here and traded into a volume imbalance here, and so far we're dropping again. So I'm glad I'm out here. I'm glad I don't need to close. I'm glad I don't need to hold through this. 8:30 open is close to the midpoint. I think we can remove the buy side here. It's pretty obvious. What I want to outline is the morning session today. So morning session liquidity, that's what I'm delineating here. The high of the morning session is here. We have taken that slightly at 8:30. Have taken that out here and went lower since. And the sell side liquidity was taken as well here. And then obviously yesterday's session here, yesterday's PM session here, still yesterday's PM session, high and low, high taken, low still intact, and yesterday's AM session starting at 9:30 all the way till 12. And then the lunch retracement here. All right, there is actually, I don't think there's any trade I'm interested in taking right now. We came all the way back to the sell side liquidity. We can watch the sell side liquidity here, but there's nothing really thrilling at the very moment for me. I think I will be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. I might start a little bit later today. I might start again after ICT's stream tomorrow. So I might start a little bit later today. Yes, tomorrow. And I think that's it for today. Thanks everybody for watching. I wish you all the best. I hope you could get something out of the analysis and the trade example a little bit, at least experience. And if you like what I'm doing, I would be very happy about a thumbs up or a subscription if you haven't done so. And I'll keep you updated. I see you tomorrow, hopefully. And all the best wherever you are. And let's see what FOMC tonight or later today brings us. And I will try, if I take any trade, I will record it and I will catch up with you maybe on the community channel. If there's anything interesting, I'll let you know. All right, good night and all the best. Bye bye.